on self-love and acceptance. We know her for her TV and stage work, and who can forget those hilarious and candid vlogs that connect to many audiences. Monyane joins us this morning in studio for a soulful plate, talking everything the color yellow, which all signals joy. A very big welcome to you, madam. Thank you for joining us.
It's actually Mona.
Mona. Mona.
Mona, welcome to Weekend Dawn.
Much.
You've chosen the color yellow. What value have you attached to it today? What was the inspiration behind that?
I think my biggest inspiration is the color yellow is actually associated to my late daughter, Amani Amaza, and her name meant peace from above. And for me, yellow, that's joy, right? It's like all of this peace, but it comes in this 3 steps kind of a process. So I use candles a lot. I love lighting candles. I love meditating to candles. And this is the one color that, for me, it's like her, which is peace. It's stillness, it's clarity, and then from that comes gratitude. And that's where I feel like real joy comes from, is this constant feeling of gratitude for everything in your life.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Mona. Listen, we're going to ask you a little more. I want to know about your core messaging and what message you'd give to our viewers who are watching, and give them some AM inspiration, because Monday is always a bit of a tough start when it's cold, but we need to go to a quick ad break. We'll be back right after this. We're hanging out with Mona Monyane. She's giving us some food for thought right here on 7 Colors. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you. A lot of people like it.
Are you going to bring us back?
Okay, Dad.
Power wellness, you call it. And welcome back to Weekend Dawn. We are, of course, in conversation with Mona Monyane, and she's chatting about the color yellow, which she's attached the feeling of joy to. We also just want to unpack her core messaging and perhaps what power, which is the power of wellness, is all about. I mean, how did you decide to focus on the power of wellness, and how has that become integral to how you live your life to date?
Well, I mean, as I have to say, it all goes back to when I lost my second child after 7 days. And before that, I had this pregnancy that I was really defending so much, because I fell pregnant when my first child was 7 months old. So everybody's like, so soon. And I was like, it's just me, you know. And then 7 days when she passed away, it just felt like too much. It felt like I was losing my mind. And my career, everything had been put on hold for kids. And then here's this child and she's not here. So I realized I'm not going to be able to succeed. I'm not going to be able to go back to finding my power, not only as a woman, as a mother, as a person, if I don't prioritize my wellness. So that's where the power of wellness came from. It started with me taking a tour around the country and having conversations with people who I feel are wellness ambassadors, you know, allowing myself to also sort of go on a journey of discovery to see what kind of things could I use to get to that wellness journey, to succeed when I get to those points where I have, you know, these mountains that I have to climb over. And it's been such an amazing journey. I'm still on it, and now I'm actually working on documenting it so I can share it with other people, because it's so important for us to take that time to prioritize our wellness as human beings. We are losing our minds, literally.
Which is also multifaceted, right? I mean, it's not just physical. There's mental, there's emotional.
Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial wellness.
And that brings me to my next question. Why is it important for you to project this image of self-love and acceptance?
I think, you know, I don't think it was intentionally targeting other people. I think it was just so much me discovering that in myself. And for my daughter especially, I mean, I'm quite cognitive of the fact that social media is something that lasts forever. I mean, I got hacked. My account got hacked, my vlogging account.
Wow.
Yeah, I got hacked, so I have to start all over again. But you can Google and still find videos and still, you know, so nothing is ever really deleted.
Never gone.
So I had to think to myself, what legacy am I leaving her? You know, one day when I'm no longer here and she looks back to find out who her mother was, what is she going to discover? And I just thought, let me have a very unapologetic and authentic approach to how I put myself across and how I speak and carry myself so that she can be inspired. And lo and behold, other women were inspired too. So
brilliant.
What tips do you have for those watching? Should they want to live in that state of joy?
Okay, so I did sort of try and prepare something. So firstly, it's stillness. I think it's very important for people to prioritize shutting out any other voice outside of the one within yourself. And in that stillness comes clarity. And when you have clarity, it's about seeing your situation for what it is, not what you hoped it to be or what you want it to be, or, you know, are angry it wasn't. It's just what it is. And when you do that, then you understand that a feeling of gratitude will come through. And gratitude comes from knowing that we are entitled to nothing, not our own health, not friendship, not love, not food, not anything. You are not entitled as a human being. Everything is a gift. Everything is a moment and an opportunity to say thank you. So as you wake up today, thank God for your life. And by God, I mean the overwhelming higher power that creates everything and holds everything intact, not religion. I'm not a religious person, you know, so I really am about the spirituality of our wellness. And it's about connecting that bigger feeling that keeps the tide coming, you know, that keeps the mountains stirring, that keeps the trees growing, that energy. Tap into that and thank it for everything that you are not entitled to but have.
How do you do it? How do you remain so positive despite the losses that you had? I mean, the baby thing is obviously very emotional. And then the situation with your house, you had your house burnt down.
Yeah, my house burnt down. You know, I think we all have a different purpose, and mine is literally, I joke about it and I'll go, I'm the queen of tragedy, or like, you know, I'm the queen of survival. But I mean, I've grown up, I grew up without a dad, I was born in exile, I've been raped, I've been molested, I've been bullied. Like, I feel like my life has been preparing me to be a testament, and, you know, my Sotho name is Tisetso, which in Setswana means proof. So I like to think I'm a proof, or rather proof that we can overcome. But in order to do that, we need to just sort of stop asking why me and ask, what am I meant to learn from this? What lessons am I meant to take? And when you look at the world and see how many people struggle to introspect, struggle to be brave enough to say, no, I'm going to do what's good for me, you have to be an example that it works when you do it, so that maybe you can inspire them, you know? So I like to think that I'm motivated mostly by messages from other people coming to me and saying thank you, or, you know, by seeing you overcome or still be able to stand up and live your life, I can do the same. So it then further inspires me to keep confronting the mountains that I'm faced with in order to peel away who I think I am, so that I can elevate into who I'm meant to be. And then that person will continue to inspire. So that's my motivation. That's how I keep it going. Even though sometimes it does get hard, but my gosh, there's something about just someone coming and saying, you've helped me, that motivates me to keep going.
Brilliant.
Wow. Monyane, the gift that keeps on giving us some soul food on this 7 Colors edition. Of course, she focused on joy, which she used, or rather, attribute to the color yellow.